11 signs you're in a toxic relationship. We all know that nobody wants to be in a toxic relationship, but sometimes it's hard to see beyond the blinding lights of attraction and desire. We've all been there, and today I want to share some signs to watch out for to avoid falling into harmful relationships. First, understanding what a toxic relationship is and how it manifests is crucial for identifying and avoiding them. Toxic relationships are those in which one or both individuals harm each other emotionally, mentally, or physically. In these relationships, interactions involve behaviors that cause stress, anxiety, and often diminish the self-esteem of those involved. These relationships drain our energy and prevent us from growing as individuals. Often, we are so caught up in the dynamics of the relationship that we fail to realize the damage it is causing us. Imagine a plant that needs sunlight and water to grow. In a toxic relationship, it's like watering that plant with poison instead of water and keeping it in the dark. It might survive for a while, but it will never truly flourish and will eventually wither. Many times, we confuse attraction and desire with true love. That initial chemistry, those intense feelings of attraction and desire, can cloud our judgment. This leads us to ignore important red flags because we're blinded by the excitement of the moment. When we meet someone new and feel that spark, it's easy to get swept up in the emotion and enthusiasm. But it's essential to remember that physical attraction and initial chemistry are not always indicative of a healthy, lasting relationship. It's common to hear stories of people who, in the early stages of a relationship, overlook behaviors that later turn out to be problematic. Perhaps it's that small voice inside telling us something is off, but we choose to ignore it because we're too enamored with the novelty and passion. This is why it's crucial to take a moment to evaluate our relationships objectively, without letting fleeting emotions take over. Listening to our friends and loved ones, who can often see things we cannot, can also be incredibly helpful. If you want more insights like these and tools to navigate relationships with clarity and confidence, make sure to subscribe to this channel and stay connected to content that empowers your heart and mind. Understanding what a toxic relationship is and how attraction can cloud our judgment is the first step to avoiding these emotional traps. Remember, a healthy relationship should make you feel good about yourself, help you grow, and never make you feel less. Sign 1. A person full of problems and constant complaints. One of the first red flags to look out for is if the person you're dating is a bundle of problems and constant complaints. If you feel strong chemistry with someone and enjoy spending time with them, it's easy to overlook certain negative behaviors. However, if you notice that this person is always complaining about everything or seems constantly entangled in problems, you need to pay attention. People who are always complaining or dealing with problems haven't learned to handle their own conflicts and tend to attract more negativity into their lives. They may seem appealing at first, especially if you feel you can help or rescue them. This is a common mistake many make, thinking that if they can help their partner overcome their problems, the relationship will be amazing. However, it is not your responsibility to fix someone else's life. Each individual must take charge of their own issues and shortcomings. If someone relies on you to solve their conflicts, you'll likely end up feeling drained and emotionally exhausted. No matter how much effort you put into helping someone else, chances are you'll end up with a broken heart. If a person needs to be fixed before they can have a healthy relationship, they are not ready for one. You need someone who is your partner in life, not a project to fix. You deserve to be with someone whose life is relatively in order and who is willing to work on themselves without depending entirely on you. Sign 2. Extreme jealousy. Another important red flag in a relationship is extreme jealousy. A little jealousy, when well expressed, can be sweet and even endearing. However, when jealousy becomes excessive and frequent, it's a sign of deeper issues. Extreme jealousy is a clear indicator of unresolved insecurities. If your partner gets jealous every time you mention someone's name, look at another person, or simply have normal interactions with others, this is an alarming sign. This behavior is not romantic, it's unhealthy and controlling. It's not normal for someone to lose their temper over jealousy constantly. Rather, it's a sign that they have issues with trust and self-esteem. Only a very insecure person would feel flattered by another's jealous outbursts. If your partner behaves this way, it's a sign that there may be many more alarming problems that will inevitably take a toll on you in the future. These jealous behaviors can lead to situations where you feel controlled, limited in your social interactions, and constantly worried about not triggering your partner's jealousy. Jealousy is never a sign of love. It's a sign of unresolved insecurities. A healthy relationship is built on mutual trust and respect. If extreme jealousy is present, it's crucial to address this behavior directly and consider whether the relationship can be healthy in the long term. Sign 3. Going with the flow or lack of commitment. A common but crucial red flag in relationships is when someone says they want to go with the flow or aren't ready for a serious relationship at the moment. While this might sound harmless or even appealing to some, it is a clear indication that the person is not interested in a real commitment. When someone says they want to go with the flow, it usually means they don't want a serious, committed relationship. If this person explicitly tells you they're not looking for a relationship right now, believe them. Ignoring this sign and continuing with the hope that they'll change their mind is a recipe for heartbreak and disappointment. Often, when someone says they don't want a serious relationship, it might mean they don't want one with you specifically. However, they might still seek you out because they like you, enjoy your company, or simply have nothing better to do at the moment. This behavior can lead to a situation where you stick around hoping they'll change their mind, but in reality, you're just wasting time and emotional energy. Taking their words and actions at face value will save you a lot of pain. If someone says they don't want a serious relationship, take them seriously and move on. Look for someone who is on the same page as you and wants to build a committed, healthy relationship. Sign 4. Selfishness. A highly significant red flag in a relationship is the other person's selfishness in all aspects, including finances. Selfishness can manifest in various ways, all of which indicate an unbalanced and potentially harmful relationship. Selfishness in a relationship shows when everything revolves around your partner's needs, desires, and schedule, while your own needs and wants are consistently ignored or minimized. This dynamic creates a situation where you're constantly sacrificing for your partner's well-being without receiving the same level of consideration in return. Selfishness can also show in financial matters. If your partner expects you to cover most shared expenses while they rarely or never contribute equitably, it's a clear sign of selfishness. This behavior can leave you feeling exploited and undervalued, as your financial efforts are neither acknowledged nor reciprocated. Selfishness in the relationship is also evident when all major decisions are made based on what's convenient for your partner, without considering your opinions or desires. If you always have to adjust to their schedule and priorities, leaving no room for your own, it's a glaring red flag. Sign 5. Fundamental differences in life goals. Another critical red flag in a relationship is having fundamental differences in life goals. While initial chemistry and attraction can carry a relationship for a time, for it to last and thrive, both people need to share similar values and objectives. Life goals include aspects such as the type of relationship they want, whether or not they want children, how to manage finances, where they want to live, and other major decisions that shape the future of the couple. If you and your partner are not aligned on these key aspects, the relationship is likely to face serious challenges. The importance of having open and honest conversations about life goals cannot be overstated. These discussions help identify whether both partners are on the same page and whether they can align their goals to build a future together. If you discover that your goals are incompatible with your partner's, it's better to face this reality early on rather than ignore it and hope it changes over time. Sign 6. Not being able to be yourself. A critical red flag in a relationship is feeling like you can't be yourself around your partner. Emotional comfort and authenticity are fundamental pillars of any healthy relationship. If you feel like you're constantly walking on eggshells, pretending to be someone you're not, or suppressing parts of your personality to avoid conflict or displeasing your partner, this is a clear sign that something is wrong. Being unable to be yourself can manifest in various ways. Maybe you're nervous about expressing your opinions because you fear your partner's reaction. Or perhaps you find yourself changing your natural habits and behaviors to fit what you think your partner expects from you. This lack of authenticity can leave you feeling trapped and emotionally drained. Another way this red flag can show up is when your partner doesn't value or respect your interests and hobbies. If you feel like you have to hide or downplay your passions because your partner disapproves or doesn't like them, it's a clear sign that you're not in a relationship that fosters and respects individuality. Being in a relationship where you can't be yourself has serious long-term consequences. It can lead to anxiety, insecurity, and emotional exhaustion. Suppressing your true self can result in a loss of identity and a significant decline in self-esteem. The lack of authenticity also prevents genuine emotional connection, as the relationship is built on a modified version of yourself. True love and acceptance should allow you to be who you are without fear of judgment or criticism. With the right person, you'll feel comfortable and at ease, able to show both your strengths and your flaws. While it's natural to improve certain aspects of yourself, your partner should know, accept, and support the real you as you grow personally. Sign 7. You're not a priority. A critical red flag in a relationship is feeling like you're not a priority for your partner. While it's normal for each person to have their own interests and responsibilities, in a healthy relationship, both partners should make a conscious effort to prioritize each other. If you feel like you're constantly being placed on the back burner and your needs are repeatedly overlooked, it's a sign that the relationship may not be healthy. Not being a priority can manifest in various ways. Your partner might always have something more important to do than spending time with you. Or perhaps you find yourself competing for their attention against their work, friends, or hobbies, and you never come out on top. This type of behavior can leave you feeling insignificant and undervalued. Feeling like an option rather than a priority can severely impact your self-esteem and emotional well-being. It can make you feel unloved and unappreciated, causing you to question your own worth. Furthermore, this imbalance in the relationship can lead to resentment and frustration, which can ultimately result in a breakup. Love and commitment in a relationship are reflected in how each person values and prioritizes the other. While you can't always expect to be their number one priority, you should feel like a significant and valued part of your partner's life. Achieving this balance is essential for emotional connection and a lasting relationship. Sign 8. They're married or in another relationship. One of the most obvious and severe red flags in a relationship is discovering that the person you're dating is already married or in a committed relationship with someone else. This situation is a clear indicator that the relationship is unhealthy and bound to cause significant pain and complications. If the person you're dating is married or in a stable relationship, you are stepping into a love triangle that will inevitably lead to emotional harm for everyone involved. Promises that they'll leave their current partner to be with you are rarely kept, leaving you in a position of waiting and suffering. People who are committed to someone else but still seek extramarital relationships are typically unwilling to leave their primary relationship. They often use the external relationship to fill emotional voids or satisfy unmet needs, creating a dynamic of manipulation where your feelings and well-being are secondary. Getting involved with someone who is already in a relationship leads to several negative consequences. First, you live in a constant state of uncertainty and anxiety, waiting for the person to fulfill promises that may never come. Second, you expose yourself to painful and humiliating situations when the truth inevitably comes to light. Lastly, your self-esteem and sense of self-worth can be severely damaged as you find yourself in a position of secondary importance. This situation rarely ends happily. Even if the person leaves their partner for you, the relationship has already started on a foundation of deceit and mistrust, which is difficult to overcome. Additionally, there's a high likelihood that the same behavior will repeat in the future. Sign 9. Lack of trust. Trust is one of the foundational pillars of any healthy relationship. If you constantly find yourself doubting your partner or struggling to believe their words and actions, it's a significant red flag. A lack of trust can erode the foundation of any relationship, leading to feelings of insecurity, anxiety, and resentment. Distrust can manifest in various ways. You might feel uneasy when your partner doesn't respond to your messages or calls, or you might question their interactions with others. This constant doubt and suspicion can become a source of ongoing stress, negatively affecting your emotional well-being and the stability of the relationship. It's important to distinguish between justified distrust and paranoia. If your partner has given you concrete reasons not to trust them, such as lying or displaying suspicious behavior, your distrust may be warranted. However, if your doubts stem from personal insecurities, it's crucial to work on yourself and address these internal issues. The lack of trust can have severe consequences for a relationship, leading to a cycle of suspicion, accusations, and defensiveness that deteriorates communication and emotional intimacy. Over time, it can become an insurmountable obstacle, causing frustration and emotional exhaustion for both partners. A relationship without trust is unsustainable, as trust is essential for deep and meaningful connection. Without it, the relationship becomes a battleground of insecurities and constant conflict. Sign 10. Refusal to take responsibility. A major red flag in a relationship is when your partner refuses to take responsibility for their actions and always blames others. This behavior reflects emotional immaturity and creates an atmosphere of tension and frustration, as problems are never effectively resolved. A lack of personal accountability can also be a sign of narcissism, where the person always sees themselves as the victim and manipulates situations to appear blameless. Being in a relationship with someone who avoids responsibility can lead to several negative consequences. First, you might begin to doubt yourself and your abilities, as you're constantly made to feel at fault for the problems in the relationship. Second, the relationship becomes stagnant because there is no acknowledgement or resolution of conflicts, leading to growing resentment and frustration. Over time, this dynamic can erode trust and mutual respect, both essential for a healthy relationship. A strong and healthy relationship requires both parties to admit their mistakes and work together to improve. The refusal to take personal responsibility hinders this growth and creates a toxic environment where issues remain unresolved. Sign 11. Instinct or intuition. The final red flag you should never ignore in a relationship is your own instinct or intuition. Often, our intuition sends us signals about situations or people that may not be healthy for us. Ignoring these internal signals can lead to a range of negative outcomes. Your instinct or intuition is that internal voice warning you when something feels off, even if you can't immediately pinpoint what's wrong. This feeling may manifest as persistent unease, anxiety, or a general sense of discomfort when you're with your partner. It's crucial to listen to and trust your intuition. Often, this inner sense is based on subtle cues and behavioral patterns your subconscious has noticed. Ignoring this voice can lead you to stay in relationships that are emotionally harmful or unsatisfying. Disregarding your intuition can have serious consequences. It might cause you to remain in an unhealthy relationship, increasing the risk of emotional and mental harm. Additionally, ignoring these internal signals can make you doubt your own judgment, lowering your self-esteem and confidence. Intuition plays a vital role in keeping us safe and guiding us toward decisions that are in our best long-term interest. If you consistently feel that something isn't right in your relationship, it's important to take these feelings seriously and evaluate the situation objectively. Recognizing and acting on these red flags can make the difference between staying in a toxic relationship and building a healthy and fulfilling love life. Everyone deserves relationships where they feel valued, respected, and loved for who they truly are. Don't ignore these warning signs and make decisions that prioritize your emotional and mental well-being. Are you ready to break free from toxic patterns and reclaim your true power? Toxic relationships can drain your energy, lower your self-esteem, and block you from becoming your best self. But here's the truth. The power to heal and thrive already exists within you. Sometimes it just takes the right tool to unlock it. Your energy, your essence, might feel weighed down by negative experiences, but don't worry, it's not your fault. Many of us unknowingly carry energy blockages that hold us back from the joy, love, and prosperity we deserve. The solution? Activating your 8th chakra, the soul star chakra, your divine gateway to abundance and healing. Imagine shedding the weight of past hurts, releasing toxic patterns, and aligning yourself with the infinite flow of positivity and growth. With 8D audio technology, you can start this transformation with just 8 to 10 minutes a day. This powerful tool works to clear your energy field and help you attract what your heart truly desires, whether it's love, peace, or success. Take the first step today by listening to the 8th chakra code and experiencing the transformative power of sound. As a bonus, you'll also receive the number 1 healing frequency and the love frequency absolutely free. Together, these tools are designed to align your energy and guide you toward a brighter, more fulfilling future. Let's take this journey together. Subscribe to Mind and Heart in Harmony for more transformative insights and tips on creating a life filled with love and balance. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions about identifying toxic relationships. We'd love to hear from you. Like and share this video with someone who needs a reminder that they are worth it. And don't miss our next video, where we'll explore more powerful insights into spirituality, self-awareness, and emotional healing. Your journey to growth and balance starts here. Take action today to reclaim your inner peace and create the fulfilling life you deserve.